Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor. Now, as you can plainly see by our tooltip right in front of us here, we have tracked down Alaric von Breu, ha 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 ha. Yes, yeah, that's too many ha's, I know, but he is a very cool guy, I gotta say, considering he has the opportunity to give us maybe some money, maybe another Coreless gem. I'm unsure whether he will give us another one of those, but I felt it was a good idea to try. Why not? Now, of course, we are at war against the Feared Vein, so it was pretty risky to come in here. As you can see, we actually don't have too many units because I thought to myself, what better way to gain a huge amount of renown by taking a smaller force. As you also see, we actually have some recruits here as well. So hopefully after the first initial wave is over, we might be able to... Oh, never mind. I actually have leveled up a couple of these guys, thanks to our trainer skill, of course. Let's get a couple more militia. We have a lot of crossbowmen, as you can see there. So, let's try for a Coreless gem, shall we? Other news in the land of Pendor. The Kingdom of Sarlian has declared war against the Empire, and lo and behold, Igrim the Devourer, or was it the Three Seers? It was one of the units, one of the unique spawns from the Heretics minor faction. They decided to launch an attack against Avenor, and I haven't actually seen what's gone on there, but pretty sure there's not many units there, so we might want to go over there and try to take it. Maybe. Let's see what happens with Alaric first, though. Okay, so hello there. He says, you got ale. We're running low, and you know, you can't run an army without ale. Yes. Drinks are a great idea. No reason to spill blood. No, unfortunately, I'm going to have to attack you. I'm not really happy with that, but, well, Coreless gems. Coreless gems. He has an amazing name, so yes, really didn't want to attack him there, but we have a battle advantage of -10. We have 26 units against 129. Okay, well, this is going to be reasonably amusing because they only have young Sarlian nobles of any note. They are the only things that can actually deal any damage. Obviously, they do have some very good polearms and various other spiky, pikey weapons. So we're hopefully... Oh, yes, apparently they actually have some lances as well. Oh, well, that's good to know. Let's try and distract as many of them as we can. Let's try and take out that guy. At least let him be a little bit less mobile on the battlefield, of course. Now, let's see. Okay, they are rampaging towards us right now. I am a little bit worried about... Oh my, who's that? Is that him? I think that might be him, because there's no way any of his units actually have something so good. So let's charge our cavalry in. We don't have any infantry, I don't think. We have one infantry. I actually have no idea who that is. Might want to change that. Ooh, yes, of course. They are now going to deal significant damage with their polearms, of course. They're all pikes? I believe they're all pikes or something along those lines. They really are very irritating because they are so easy to use. And of course the AI is very proficient at using them, of course, so let's just try and take out these guys on their horses. We can't have anyone else on horses, obviously. Okay, come on now. Yes, there we go. Okay, so if there are going to be any reinforcements coming in here, I'm going to try my very best to use our lance, maybe to use our throwing weapons a little, because obviously I would love to see us get a couple of kills with our throwing weapons. It's about time we actually gain a little bit of kills there, isn't it? So I think it would be rather nice to try. And also our lance could use a little bit of dusting off. It has quite the layer of dust on it right now. It's like we're almost in the Deshard Desert. There's so much dust on it. But yes, we'll try and get a couple of kills with it in just a second. But obviously right now I'm unsure if there's any more achievements to do in regards to kills. So if I were to try and get a large amount of kills, I would expect the next achievement to be around 100, which I would say is, yeah, it's probably not even possible. Let's see if we can do some damage here. Oh yes, there we go. We're doing some damage. Nothing really to write home about though. Come on. Let's see if we can get some headshots. Oh, there's a headshot. Oh yes, very nice. Now, of course, do bear in mind that these guys are recruits, so they are going to be absolutely terrible, but... well, that's the only way we're ever going to get a kill with our throwing weapons, I'm pretty sure. Unless we are against some sort of berserker who has a two-handed weapon and favors no shield, then of course we will be able to try against him. But anything more, and pretty sure we won't get anything from that. Wow. So Roland is doing a good amount of damage. Is that Anson, actually? No, that is... oh yeah, that is Sir Roland. Anson decided that it would be a good idea to get killed. So, yeah, I'm not particularly happy with him right now, but, well, yes, this army is not particularly difficult to deal with. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to try and take out one of their hardier... Sir Roland, really? Are you going to really block me every time I go for a lance? I know that the lance is your weapon, but that doesn't mean you have to get all antsy and decide to be really petty. Well, I guess that's just how he goes. That's just how he rolls. Maybe he's an Autobot on the weekends. Yeah, well, we don't know. Maybe he is. Okay, come on now. We are not going to get stopped here, or are we? It actually does not matter at all, because these guys deal absolutely no damage whatsoever. I am really, really thankful that we were able to find him. I took a look at actually where he could spawn, and apparently he spawns near Sarlian, which was... I have no idea how he actually got past any of those lords, because there were a huge amount of lords around that area, and, well, I would have expected him to engage them, and because he has so many units, he thinks to himself, oh, well, maybe I'll be able to win. But no, every single time he tries to attack something, he's bound to end up losing in a rather pitiful defeat, I have to say. That's pretty sad, but, well, that's just how it goes, isn't it? I mean, he has so many units, it's just one of those things. He decides, oh, you know what, that guy only has 80 units, but those 80 units could, in fact, be very high-tier units like we have right here, and, well... this is what happens. It doesn't end in a glorious celebration of tea and biscuits, because obviously we definitely have to get that tea and biscuits on Mon. Yes. Did I say that? Maybe. Did I actually say that? Yes. The gangster, as they say, is strong within me. No, not particularly, but you get the gist. Yes, so let's see. We still have 92 units against 314. Okay, well, we're getting a huge amount of renown value for this battle. That's the main reason why I decided to take less units, because we're able to move faster. I was able to run away from many vassals. We are actually moving incredibly fast on the battlefield right now, so I'm very pleased about that, I have to say. But otherwise, I think we are... oh yes, we now have 72 units on the battlefield. This is going to be an absolute slaughter. Not that the previous round wasn't, of course, but this one is going to be even more so. Yes, this is... yeah, okay. So, let's take a look here. We can get some formation orders here, and that's the formation options we currently have. As you can see, it's basically just stand closer, fall back, mount horses, dismount, etc. So, there really isn't anything there, as well as, obviously, we just have this. Fire at will, use weapons at will, hold your fire, and various other things like that. Pretty much default stuff right there. So, yeah, no formations to speak of. As far as I'm aware, obviously I could take a look at the movements, but yes, there is nothing here either, so yeah, nothing really to worry about there. Okay, come on! Now maybe we can do some damage with our throwing weapons, maybe get a little bit of proficiency. I'd like to get some headshots if possible. Well, this is rather amusing, I have to say. We are actually getting them all around us right here, and our crossbowmen are completely unassaulted. That is absolutely fantastic, I have to say. Very, very nice. And, oh, there comes the new reinforcements, of course. Let's get our companions to charge in there. Let's use our lance a little bit. It's about time that we use our lance. Obviously, we haven't used it just yet. We used it once. Yes, let's thrust into him from behind. Very nice indeed. Take out that guy. I'm sure he's going to be, well, he's actually dead, so he can't really think anything right now. But I was going to say, I'm sure he's going to be sorry in the morning. Yes, but no. The polearm is very, very deadly indeed. So let's try and get a little bit more proficiency here with our polearm, because it would be quite a nice idea to do that. You never know when you may be using it in a tournament or something. Obviously, a polearm doesn't necessarily need to have a very high proficiency, because you are couching it for most of the time. And, well, I guess it's better than sofaring it, isn't it? Yep. I did it. I did that. Yeah, I did. It's almost as bad as me saying, arms race? What about legs race? Yes, exactly. It's almost as bad as that, of course. So, we are now going to take out the remaining units, and we will do our very best to do that, obviously with our huge, oh my, huge crossbowmen. Wow. huge crossbowman advantage, population, whatever you want to say. We just really have slaughtered these guys, no problem. And 179 units have been eliminated in this battle. So, 31 renown as well, very nice indeed. And we just have 135 units remaining, and I'm pretty sure we can just charge in. Do we want to charge in? I don't know. We have 70 archers, so it's probably a bad idea to do that. You never know. I think... yeah, I don't think we're actually going to be in any danger of losing, but I want to be relatively efficient with our elimination of these guys so that we can check out Avenor potentially after this engagement. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we have to deal with. Yes, literally just deserters once again. So let's see what we can do. Come on, let's throw some nice weapons here. Come on now, you can do better than that. Yes, there we go, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, some of these guys actually have shields, so that's actually a little bit unfortunate, I have to say. I would have appreciated them not having any shields, of course, but, well, that's just how it goes. So, come on now, let's... yes, there we are. Get a little bit more proficiency with our polearm. We need to make sure that we hit people as hard and fast as possible, of course, because, well, I mean, a polearm needs to be fast, doesn't it? I mean, it needs to make sure that you're going to hit as hard as possible and as fast as possible, so you just want to make sure that you get really good proficiency. And I'm actually unsure, does that reduce the cooldown at which you can use it? I'm actually unsure about that, but I guess as long as you can lower it and get it into a really good position, then you'll be able to use it no problem at all. Maybe give it a couple of minutes, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure whether that actually does reduce the cooldown. Maybe it does. Well, whatever the case, the cooldown is generally hidden. You actually don't know. It's quite individual, I would say, dependent on how often you can use your polearm. So I don't know, but we'll just take a look and see if we can. Oh, what was that? Our polearm went flippity floppity there for a second. I'm actually unsure what happened there. Well, apparently Bertild is maybe having some performance anxiety. Who knows? But yes, we'll see if we'll just take out the rest with our sword now. It is a little bit shorter, but I think it will get the job done rather nicely. So otherwise, yeah, our crossbowmen are just going to absolutely destroy everyone. Alyssa has been eliminated. That is embarrassing. But I suppose she was outnumbered by a couple of units here, so yeah, not particularly great for her to get eliminated. I'm really surprised, actually, because she is on a horse, and she has a very high riding skill. She is very good at riding, and I'm pretty surprised at that. Huh. Well, what can you do? What can you do? There it is, 14 renown, actually not bad at all. And of course, Adonia and Alyssa, both of our female companions. Oh, where's Julia? Why didn't Julia get taken out? Ah, well, it appears we will be able to take him prisoner. That is fantastic. Yes, let's do it. Damn you, you will regret this, he says. Ah, well, I don't think so. I don't think so right now. If we're able to get his Qualis gem once again, which is unlikely, but if we're able to, then this will be very worthwhile indeed. Then we will be able to create our own knighthood order if we so desire, or go for the Shadow Legion once again. I think creating the Shadow Legion and a custom knighthood order would probably be the way to go, so that we can at least get a couple of knighthood units that are actually capable in combat. And that, of course, would be the Shadow Legion I'm referring to there. And while we update the custom knighthood order as well. Obviously, I am unsure whether we will be getting a Qualis gem here, so let's just see whether that is indeed the case. I'm a little bit worried about this. Wow. Is he actually... Wait a minute. I'm a little bit worried about this. I'm actually going to do something that I rarely do, and I'm actually going to save here, because I really am quite worried about whether he is going to give it to us, or whether he's just going to be like, oh, sucker, and then he just runs away without giving us anything. So we're going to see whether that is indeed the case in just a second. Whoa, 38? 38 Empire Armored Crossbowmen. Wow, okay, so that's definitely the way to level those guys up. We now have a maximum capacity size of 200 as well, which I have to say is very, very good. So, hello there. 100,000 dinars would be amazing, but we need the Qualis gem. So I'm pretty sure we're going to take that. Wow, you can actually get a Qualis gem multiple times from multiple unique spawns. Now, if that isn't dandy, that is absolutely fantastic. Very, very good indeed. So, Okay, we're gonna go over and scout rather nicely here. Okay, apparently the Feardsvain want Earl Ari Forkbeard back. Okay, you can take him. I have Knifebeard, so you can take Forkbeard, that's fine. And, well, don't even get me started on Spoonbeard. Ugh. Yes, that fellow is just atrocious. I do need him to eat cereal, though. Ah, well, nevertheless, we're gonna head on over to Avenor, hopefully not get intercepted by any of the Feardsvain, because obviously our army right now is relatively weak in comparison to what we usually like to field. And, oh wow, okay, so apparently, if we take a look at the faction relations here, we are at war with, what is that, 3 out of 4 factions in the game. Okay, that is, I gotta say, that's a pretty impressive feat. The Empire has annoyed so many people that the Feardsvain, the Dashar, and the Sarlian kingdoms are deciding to wage war rather dramatically, and the Kingdom of Ravenston, I'm pretty sure, is going to decide, oh, you know what, I'm going to join in on this party, because apparently they're being left out right now. But that is actually not too bad, because obviously if the Ravenston do decide to declare war, then we have the opportunity to, oh my, look at that. Wow, that's impressive. That is impressive, look at that. The Dashar principalities have taken ethos from the Empire. Now, as I was saying, I would really like the Ravenston to declare war against the Empire once again, because then we would be able to take Taloncrag Castle, Silver Edge Keep, consolidate our territory here, and then I'm pretty sure, almost 100% sure, that we will have the opportunity to renounce our allegiance and create our own faction from there. So, let's just see. What are we going to do here? Okay, we're going to go around here. Oh, who's that? Oh, it's a Mettenheim Expeditionary Force. Well, unfortunately, they do not have a unique spawn. I am actually wondering why they don't, because it appears that would be a unique spawn army, but I guess that's just how it is. Yes, I would love to be able to try and find another unique spawn relatively soon for another Qualis gem, of course, but I haven't seen any messages to indicate that fact, so let's just hope that Alaric Breu actually returns reasonably soon. There's a heretic army there as well. Let's take a look at Avenor. Yes. As you can see. I'm gonna do this, because we're at war against Sarlian, and we have 100 strong. Is this a siege tower? I don't know whether this is a siege tower, but we have a good amount of Empire armored crossbowmen, so even if we are beset upon by any units that decide to, I don't know, help out their faction for once, yeah, let's just see whether we're able to pull this off. Maybe, it's a siege tower. It's a siege tower. Please don't come over here, heretic army. If that heretic army comes over here, we are done for. So let's just hope. Come on now. Come on now, we might be able to get yet another town. This is in an absolutely terrible position, though. Oh. That heretic army is literally deciding to attack us. I have to say I'm very, very disappointed in you, demonic Magnus. Okay, so we're going to have to do something else then. Ooh, that was close. That was very, very close indeed. Hello there. You appear to be running away from us. I'm actually unsure why you're doing that, but that is very, very disappointing. I would have loved to have taken Avenor right now, but it appears as though we will be having some difficulty avoiding this heretic army. We have so much spotting skill. I'm going to try and avoid it by heading through one of the Feardsvain villages. There's two of them. Oh, that is just a travesty. Absolute travesty. Okay, let's see. Maybe we're able to do it this time. Just don't come close, please. Ethos has now been besieged by Agathon once again. Please don't come close. Please just let me construct this. I will buy you something afterwards, heretic army, if you don't come over here. Maybe a biscuit or something. Probably nothing too much, because you are quite the evildoer. So probably not worth anything more than a biscuit, but let's just see whether we're able to do it. Aha! We are able to do it. Fantastic. And the Empire has taken Ethos back from the Dashar, so I guess that's okay. Yes, it would have actually been a waste of time for me to head over there, so yes, probably good that I didn't. So now we are going to have a fantastic time with our Empire Armored Crossbowmen utterly destroying every single Sarlian longbowman there is, and I think we'll try and tell them to stand a little bit closer. Does it matter? I'm actually unsure whether it matters on this map. They have quite a lot of space, so I think it's not necessarily needed. But, well, let's just see. Let's just see what happens. We are dealing so much damage right now. I'm going to throw some throwing weapons up there because you never know. We might be able to get a couple of kills if we're able to maybe even weaken a shield or two. Come on. Come on. Maybe. Come on. I actually have no idea where they're even going. I can't even see them. It's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, okay, yeah. I think we have won this. Yes, I think we have won this. Even before we have stepped onto the siege tower itself, I am already assuming that we're going to win. Mainly because, well, what can they do? They literally cannot do anything. They have no ranged units to speak of, as far as I'm aware. They have maybe 1 or 2 left? Maybe. And right now it seems as though we have the utterly devastating advantage, and we have some levitating units. Hello, levitating units. Can you please teach me how to do that? Wow, now that is impressive, isn't it? Apparently, Uri Geller has taught them the secret of levitation. Or David Copperfield, or name a magician, whichever one you like. And yes, apparently he has appeared here and decided to teach them this levitating technique. Okay, so, well, I guess we only have 41 units to kill remaining here, so I guess we'll just head up in here and, well, we're gonna push through and make our presence known. Okay, I was actually floating for a second there. I may have mastered the levitation. Okay, no. Up. Yeah, of course. Of course. Exactly. It would happen to Beartilt, wouldn't it? I think we should probably call our knighthood order something like falls off ladders constantly, or something along those lines. Obviously, they are probably not going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing that, but yes, probably Beartilt the Ladder Faller Offer. Yeah, way too silly a name, I know. Way too silly a name. It's better than Tea Drinker, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know. Well, let's just see what happens here. Whoa, they actually have some Knights of the Lion, which are actually very, very powerful units. Unfortunately, they are no match for many, many bolts streaming towards them. Let's eliminate them. There we go. Oh my goodness, that was 40 damage. Ouch. Sarlian Halberdiers. They actually deal some pretty good damage, I've got to say. Sarlian Halberdiers, not bad. They are nothing to be understated, I would say. Maybe I was underestimating... Okay. Maybe I was underestimating them, and I actually have no idea where that longbowman was. Was he behind me? Where was he? Because I had my shield up. I literally had my shield up, so I'm very surprised that we were eliminated there. And that's exactly what happens, isn't it? That's exactly what happens whenever I get overconfident. Something like that always transpires, where they are able to shoot over or under my shield or something along those lines. I'm pretty sure there were no other Sarlian longbowmen in any other direction from where I was aiming my shield, so I guess that's just how it went. Ah, well, that's... what can you do, I guess? But... thankfully, we are now able to take Duke Brennus prisoner. And we can take a look at some of the loot here. I'm going to be selling... Ooh, wait a minute. That helm is actually very nice. I think I might be... Wait a minute, not that helm. This helm is very, very nice indeed. So I guess I'm going to be putting it back in there and seeing if anyone wants it. Yes, there we go. Very nice indeed. So Alyssa and Adonia both needed better helms. So that's rather nice, and there we go. So we are going to request that Avenor be awarded to us, and if he decides no, then that will be when we create our own faction, of course. Most of our garrisons are actually relatively well defended, so no need to worry about that. And otherwise, we are just going to be selling as much as we can here and getting some food. Yes, it would be a good idea to get some food. We may be running out a little bit sooner than I would like. Okay, so let's see. What about the items here? Okay. We don't need this Qualis gem, do we? No, we didn't fight someone specifically for that. Of course. Okay, so now all we need to do is sell the rest here. Wow, we're actually making some pretty good bank right now. There we go. Wow, the merchants here actually have literally no money. Actually unsure why that is. I guess it's because maybe the 3 seers took all of their money. Maybe they were just like, oh, hand over the money, Sonny. or something along those lines. No, they don't sound like 1950s mobsters, do they? No. But we can now head into the tavern and take a look here and see what's Sir Rain. Oh, no, Sir Rain has problems with all of our other companions, I think. I think he has a problem with Sir Roland or something, and Sir Roland is a fantastic companion. So I will be keeping him for now, and of course we will now be ending this episode off here. And next time on Prophecy of Pendor, we'll take a look and see whether Marius Imperator is going to be a really nice guy. If he's going to be a really nice guy, then he'll give us this, but maybe we've pushed him too far. Maybe that is the case. So, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.